All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today, what I have for everyone is my full review of the CMF Buds Pro 2. So, I've been using these earbuds for a good amount of time, and I feel like I've gathered all my thoughts and opinions on them, and that's what I'm getting ready to share with everyone today in today's full review. So without further ado, I hope everyone finds it helpful, and let's dive into today's full review. Now, starting off here, the first thing I want to talk about, everyone, is the overall build quality and design of these earbuds. Now, build quality wise, these earbuds are built primarily out of plastic, and then they have their nanometer metal drivers, and then their magnets, okay? But primarily, when we talk about the build materials, these are built primarily out of plastic. Now, that does two things. That makes them very lightweight, and that also makes them durable, okay? But that's what we have in terms of the overall build quality. Overall, I have to say the build quality on these is really good, okay? Next, let's talk about the overall design of these earbuds. Now, in terms of the design, this is the traditional stem style earbud design with the traditional touch controls. Now, in terms of the design, I have to say the design on these is, again, really good. It's not quite top notch, but it's really good. And that comes down to, in my opinion, my personal preference. I am not a big fan of the integrated touch controls. I prefer physical clicky buttons. And this overall design, even with my custom ear tips on them, is a little bit uncomfortable for me, okay? And I found on multiple occasions that I had to constantly keep readjusting the earbuds to get a nice, really good fit. So as a result, that really knocked the overall design down, in my opinion. Okay, so that is why I would say overall, in terms of the build quality and design on the whole, the CMF Buds Pro 2 are just really good across the board in terms of these two categories. All right, now let's keep it moving. Now let's dive into some more important aspects of these earbuds. Up next now, let's talk about the overall core features that these earbuds provide. And honestly, CMF has found a way to incorporate pretty much the kitchen sink in terms of features in these earbuds. I'm going to throw up a full list of everything featured in these earbuds in post. But in terms of core features, what I want to see in earbuds, everything is here. So they do have an IP rating. It's not the greatest, but if they are IP55 sweat and water resistant. And I have taken these on multiple workouts and I haven't had any issues. So that's a really solid core feature that I always want to see there. In terms of the Bluetooth, these are packing not the latest and greatest Bluetooth, but very, very close. They are packing Bluetooth 5.3 on board. And they do have a really nice standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And spoiler alert, the Bluetooth on these is actually top notch. We're going to dive into that a little bit later on. But that is also another solid core feature that I like to see on earbuds. And then each earbud incorporates 3 microphones for a grand total of 6 microphones. And that's supposed to make it so the overall call quality and dictation for the earbuds is top notch. And I can indeed vouch for that. The call quality and dictation with the onboard microphones is top notch on these earbuds. So again, that was another solid core feature that I want to see and I was happy to see on these earbuds. Other than that, these earbuds do incorporate 2 drivers. They have a 10 nanometer driver and then they have a 6 nanometer driver, meaning that these earbuds are supposed to have really good overall sound quality and really good overall bass. And again, this is another category that we're going to expand upon. But in terms of the overall sound quality, volume, and bass on these, I'm going to dive into it deeper. But they are top notch across the board. Okay, so that was another really solid core feature that I really wanted to see on these. And then these did have my all-time favorite core features of all time. So you can use these earbuds in true stereo mode, both earbuds together, and you can use these earbuds in true independent mode, one earbud at a time. And these earbuds do also have a really nice full-featured companion application, and they do support the ability for you to dual connect the earbuds to more than one device and use the earbuds across multiple devices at one time. Now, in particular, you can only connect these up to and use them with up to 2 devices at one time simultaneously. And that is one of my all-time favorite core features because that, to me, increases the overall productivity. All right? So, in terms of the core features, CMF found a way to incorporate almost every core feature I want to see in a pair of earbuds, but I have to say the core features on these earbuds is top-notch across the board. And then they did pack in some feature comforts, like they do have hybrid ANC, and they did also pack in other feature comforts, like they do have a really good overall transparency mode and an ultra bass mode that is fully customizable, along with fully customizable EQs. And this was really, really nice. They also have a fully customizable ANC as well. Okay? So in terms of core features, they really did figure out a way to pack in just about everything. And then they also threw in a dedicated low latency or gaming mode, as well as a 360 audio mode or spatial audio mode. So really, these earbuds have just about everything that you could think of in terms of modern Bluetooth earbuds. And I was very happy to see that in terms of the core features on these earbuds. And then they also pack in quick charging, okay, with some phenomenal battery life, okay? But that goes over the core features of these earbuds. Now, if I missed anything, I'll have the full list of the core features thrown up in post. Now, let's move on to some other important categories. Now, let's dive a little bit deeper into the overall sound quality, the volume, and the bass on these earbuds. Now, like I said earlier, in terms of the sound quality, volume, and bass across the board, I feel as though these 3 categories, CMF did a top-notch job. Now, in terms of the overall sound quality, it was crisp and clear throughout, with no distortion on the low or the high ends of the volume spectrum. In terms of the overall volume, okay, the volume on these is top-notch. I was easily able to turn up the volume and drown out my surroundings and fully immerse myself in whatever I was doing with the earbuds. Whether I was watching TVs or movies or streaming my favorite playlists on Pandora, Hulu, or YouTube Music, didn't have any issues in terms of the overall volume with these earbuds. And the all-important bass. The all-important bass of these earbuds is top-notch. It's very deep. It's very punchy. It's very gritty. And that's out of the box, okay? And then you can really dial it in with your own custom EQ. So you can really dial in the bass profile exactly how you want it to be with these earbuds. And then they have a dedicated ultra bass boost feature, which allows you to customize the bass even more. So I can't stress it highly enough. Across the board, when we talk about the sound quality, volume, and the bass on the whole, CMF did a top-notch great job. And I was pleasantly surprised. Okay? Pleasantly surprised. Now, let's keep it moving now. Let's dive into some other important categories. Now let's Now let's talk about, in a little bit more detail, the overall mic quality, or i.e. the overall microphone performance. And this is another area where I have to say CMF has done a great job. Regardless of whatever device I used with the earbuds, the overall microphone performance was top-notch in terms of dictation, dictating text messages, dictating emails, and phone calls. Didn't have any issues with phone calls. Callers said I sounded very loud, crisp, and clear, and I didn't have any issues hearing them, and they didn't have any issues hearing me. So the overall call quality or mic quality performance is top-notch in my overall opinion, but Apple still does have to improve their particular performance with third-party Bluetooth accessories. Okay, but when we talk about Android or Windows, overall top-notch in terms of the mic quality, or i.e. microphone performance. Okay, moving on now, I just want to walk everyone through the overall pairing steps of these earbuds and the overall companion application and Bluetooth earbud button controls and configurations and the smart dial controls and its configurations, okay? And these steps that I'm getting ready to go over in the pairing steps category are pretty much universal. So as long as you have a device with built-in Bluetooth, these steps are going to work across the board. They're just going to look a little bit different depending on the OS or platform that you're trying to connect the earbuds up to. Now, in particular, in today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating these pairing steps on iOS, on my iPhone 11, and on Android with my Google Pixel 6a. But these steps will also work on tablets, desktops, 2-in-1s, you name it, okay? As well as laptops. And I have tested these on my tablets and my 2-in-1s and my Windows machines, and these work without issues, okay? Now, let's dive into the pairing steps. Now, in particular, when we talk about pairing, I do have to also point out CMF did a great job incorporating Google Fast Pair for Android devices and Windows Swift Pair for Windows devices. And, you know, it has almost the latest and greatest Bluetooth, so it connects up to iOS devices just fine. Now, I also want to point out that you will need, let me show you here real quickly, the Nothing X companion application. Now, this application will allow you to customize and dial in the features of the earbuds to your liking, and this application is available on iOS, as you can see right there, and it is also available, let me show you, on Android as well. Now, I'll have a link to this application located down below in the video description just to make it easier for you guys and gals to find if you do decide to pick up these earbuds, but it is available on iOS as well as Android. Now, let's talk about prepping our devices to pair with the earbuds. Now, this is very, very easy, but it is, you know, different depending on the OS or platform that you are using. Let's do iOS first. So to put your iPhone device or your iOS device in pairing mode, you want to unlock the device, and then you want to swipe down from the top right. This will bring up your Action Center or your Quick Toggles area. Then you just want to tap on the Bluetooth Quick Toggle one time, give it a couple seconds to turn on, and then it will light up like this. Then you want to press and hold on it one time to bring you further into the Bluetooth subsettings menu. Just like that. Then you want to press and hold on it again to bring you even further into the Bluetooth subsettings menu. Just like that. And then you're going to tap on this option down here that says Bluetooth settings. Okay? This will take you into the main Bluetooth subsettings menu for your iOS device. And you can see our iOS device is scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices. Okay? So your iOS device is prepped. Now we're going to do similar steps on Android, okay? And on Android is very, very similar. So you unlock your Android device either with your fingerprint or with your pattern, PIN, or password. We're going to use our fingerprint here today. And then on any one of your home screens, it doesn't matter which one, you swipe down twice to bring up your quick toggles on Android, right? Then you just want to tap on the Bluetooth quick toggle one time to turn it on. Mine is already on. Then you want to press and hold on it to take you deeper into the Bluetooth subsetting menu. And then right at the top, you're going to see an option that says pair a new device. You're going to tap on that, and that's going to put your Android device into pairing mode, and now it's going to start scanning for nearby Bluetooth devices. So now your Android device is ready. Okay, we'll put that down. Now let's put the earbuds into pairing mode. Now to put the earbuds into pairing mode, all we have to do is drop them in the case, make sure they get a proper seat, and make sure they start charging. So we're going to drop in one, okay, and it's going to start charging up. We're going to drop in the other one, and it's going to start charging up. We want to close it. All right, let it sit for a couple seconds, and then we're just going to open it, okay, just like that. Now, to put the earbuds into pairing mode, you're just going to press and hold on the pairing reset button on the front of the case right here for a couple seconds. You will see a flashing white LED. This will indicate that the earbuds are in pairing mode. All right, so let's do that now. Press and hold. Okay, you see that flashing white LED? And you see it popped up on our iOS device, and it also popped up on our Android device. And I did just get a notification on my Windows device that there's a developable device to pair, or Windows Swift pair. So it popped up everywhere. Let me show y'all real quickly. Y'all see that? Popped up everywhere. That's the Windows Swift pair notification on my 2-in-1 Windows device. So that's all you have to do to put the CMF Buds Pro 2 into pairing mode, right? So let's connect up to our iOS device first. So we're going to tap on the CMF Buds Pro 2 right here. Boom. And it's going to connect right up. And now you're going to see it's going to disappear from our Android device in a couple seconds here because it connected to our iOS device, right? But now your device is good to go, and you can see it disappeared from there, and it also disappeared from my Windows device as well. Now, in order to get it in the dual pairing mode, you will have to open the application and set up the application, and then dive into the settings of the application and turn on the dual connect feature. But you can dual connect it without the application. So to do that, we just want to turn off Bluetooth on our first device. Okay. Now it will go automatically back into pairing mode. Okay. If it does not, you can redo the button here to get it to pop up again, but it basically did. And now on our Android device, we're just going to tap on the buds again. Okay, and that will initiate the pairing steps, and you see it wants the pairing confirmation. So we're just going to tap pair to confirm. And now it's connected up on our Android device. And you can see the Google Fast Pair popped up, and it's asking me if I want to set it up and save it across my Google devices. So if you do that, it will sync across any of your Google devices that you have signed in with your Google account. So your tablets, your laptops, your desktops, any Google device will be set up now. So we just hit setup. And it's going to go to the application, and it's going to sync up with the application. And I actually have an update from my application, but we're going to do that later. Okay? But that is how you connect up the earbuds to a iOS device as well as a Android device. And again, those steps are basically universal. Now, if you want to dual connect them, you just turn back on Bluetooth on the first connected device. So we're going to turn back on Bluetooth on my iPhone 11, and we're going to tap to reconnect the earbuds to my iPhone. And you see now it's connected. And now you can see it is still connected on my Android device as well. And let me just show y'all something real quickly here. So if we pull up something like YouTube Music, we're going to do it on both devices. Okay. Let me turn down so we don't get any copyright infringement. So we're going to turn it down over there. And we're going to turn it down over here. Boom. But you can see it's connected on both of my devices. Now, whichever device that I start playing music on, it's going to connect to and play on that device. So if I start playing my hip-hop gospel playlist on my iPhone 11, it's going to be playing and pushing the audio through on my iPhone 11. Okay? Now, if I want to switch to my good music playlist on my Android, my Pixel 6a. I'm going to push play. Okay, and it's going to start playing here. And then whichever one I pause, it's going to switch over to the other one. So now it's playing the audio on my Google Pixel 6a. And the same thing happens for phone calls. So with both devices connected, let's say I get a phone call on my iOS device, it's going to pause whatever I'm doing on my Android device, pass the phone call through on my iOS device, and then when I'm done with the phone call, it will cut the iOS device and continue what I was doing on my Android device, and vice versa. So if I get something on my Android device, it will pause on my iOS device, do it over here on my Android device, and then resume on the Android device when I'm finished. And you can see it's pretty much a seamless switch. So if we pause over here on Android, we can seamlessly start playing over here on iOS. Really, really seamless. I really enjoy that. Okay, I just wanted to demonstrate that real quickly for everyone. Let me pause here. Let's pause there. And that goes over the pairing steps on iOS as well as on Android, right? Now what I'm going to do, I already previously recorded a nice walkthrough of the companion application that goes along with these earbuds. And I also recorded a nice walkthrough of the Bluetooth earbud button controls for these earbuds. And I'm going to insert that into the video now. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to finish talking about these earbuds. So I hope you guys and gals enjoy the next portion of this video. I hope you guys and gals found it helpful. And I will see you guys on the other side. I'll be right back. Let's go. Alright everyone. Now in this portion of the video, I just want to walk everyone through the companion application and the Bluetooth earbud button controls and smart dial controls for the CMF Buds Pro 2. Now, first things first, you will need to go out to the App Store of your choice, whether that is the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and download the Nothing X earbud application. I'll have this application linked up down below in the video description. You want to launch the application and go through the initial setup and grant the application the necessary permissions with your device. After you do that, once you launch the application, it will prompt you to scan for the earbuds and join the improvement program. Now, joining the improvement program you can skip, but when it prompts you to connect the earbuds, you just follow along with the steps that I pointed out in the pairing process prior to this, and you're good to go. With that being said, let's dive into the application. So you can see from the very beginning, it starts scanning for the earbuds. So as soon as I open the case, it connects to the earbuds, and you can see we now can see the battery percentage for each individual earbud and the charging case. Okay? And then once I take the earbuds out of the charging case, you can see the battery percentage for the charging case itself disappears. Alright? Now, let's say you want to pair a new set of earbuds. You hit this 3-dot hamburger menu in the top left, and you can see from the drop down we can pair a new set of earbuds. Right? We also have access to the application settings, okay, along with having access to the support page. Okay, this will also give you access to the user manuals for all the Nothing and CMF earbuds. Okay, you just tap on the earbuds of your choice, and then it loads up all the product user manuals and support, troubleshooting steps, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, Below the image of the earbuds and the battery percentage, we have access to our equalizer. And me, myself, I've just been using the earbuds mostly in enhanced vocals or custom EQ. Now, I feel like the custom EQ is the best in my opinion because that gives me the best overall sound and bass. All right. Other than that, I listen to a lot of audiobooks, so that's why I use the enhanced vocals. Okay. But you can fully customize the EQ to your liking and save it. All right. Okay. Other than that, I do have to say the overall sound quality, volume, and bass on these, as I've said, has been top notch. And you can enhance the bass with the ultra bass, and the ultra bass feature does have a slider for you to control its intensity. But keep in mind, for every feature that you run, you're sacrificing battery life. So during my testing and my usage, aside from testing, I mostly kept these features turned off to maximize battery life. Okay? But along with that, if we go into the noise cancellation controls, this is where we have access to our noise cancellation, which also has an intensity slider as well as our transparency mode. And I will have to say the noise cancellation and the transparency mode on these earbuds are really good. Okay? Now, I do still wish that we had the capability to have a slider for intensity for the transparency mode, but it's noticeably better than the first generation of these earbuds. So really, really good stuff there. And again, as I said, for each feature that you use, you do lose battery life. So aside from testing, I have been keeping this feature off. But I will say, using the transparency mode feature in the gym, it worked phenomenally. All right, phenomenally. And then using the noise cancellation feature around the house, pretty much now I could already do it without the mode turned on, but pretty much when I turn it on, I don't hear anything but what I'm listening to. So if I really want to get lost in a movie or an audiobook while I'm trying to go to sleep or watch something, turn on that noise cancellation for that extra drowning out of my surroundings. But realistically speaking, using these earbuds normally, it really does have very good passive noise cancellation, so I really didn't have to use it. Okay, but that is that. Now, moving on to the button controls or earbud controls. These are the earbud controls for the earbuds themselves, which do have a touch capacitive sensor on the top half of the earbud. And I really do like how CMF has a nice video demonstration of each function, right? So you can see here, adjusting the double tap, they have a nice video demonstration of it, okay? But I am a little bit disappointed that for the earbuds, we don't have a single tap feature, right? For the earbuds, we just get double tap, triple tap, tap and hold, or press and hold, or double tap and hold. I really do feel like we should have had a single tap functionality feature in here, okay? Because then you could have had single tap as play and pause. You could have had double tap as either next track or previous track or restarting the track. You could have had triple tap as any other feature of your choice. And then you could have tap and hold like they have it here. I have mine set up to do the voice assistant. Now this is Google Assistant on Android and Siri on iOS. And you can adjust this, right? But I do really wish they had that single tap feature here. Also, I was kind of disappointed to see that there's no ChatGPT integration. That was a feature that they really heavily touted with these earbuds. I guess that feature is not ready to be rolled out yet. But ChatGPT is something that I'm really using more and more, and I really like the ability to integrate that AI functionality into the earbuds, but that feature is not out yet. But that goes over the button controls for the earbuds. Now if we jump over to the case, I do really like the fact that the case gives you control over everything. And the case itself does integrate that single tap feature. So you can see for the case, for the smart dial, okay, I have set it up to where a single tap of the smart dial, which is a button, a physical button, I can do play and pause for the earbuds. A double tap will give me next track. A triple tap will give me previous track. A tap and hold will let me activate my voice assistant. And then a down here, you can see a double tap and hold will lock and unlock the smart dial button. Okay, so if you don't really want to have accidental presses with the case in your pocket, you may want to double tap and hold the smart dial to disable it. Okay, this way you get rid of the accidental presses. All right, and then aside from that, rotating the smart dial controls the volume. I really like that. And then again, they do give you a nice video demonstration for each feature. Okay, and they do have nice additional functions as well. Okay, as y'all can see right here, triple tap. Okay, press and hold. Okay, rotate. Okay, so if you rotate it one way, that's volume up. You rotate it the other way, that's volume down. And then double press and hold. And they don't really give you a demonstration of that because that one can't be customized. But I really do like that smart dial feature, and especially the fact that it's a physical clicky button. You guys and gals know I'm all about my physical clicky buttons because that's a lot easier for me with my disability. It's way easier, in my opinion, than the touch controls. Okay? Just something about my dexterity issues. Touch controls is a big issue for me. Physical clicky buttons, not so much. But that goes over the button controls for the earbuds, and that goes over the smart dial controls for the case. And at any time, you can reset this back to factory settings by clicking the reset button in the upper right hand corner. Okay? Okay. Now, we do have some additional functionality that we can get into by clicking the gear icon in the upper right hand corner from the main app screen. Okay, and then jumping into that, you can see we could turn off and on our in-ear detection. That's a feature that I really don't like, so I always turn it off. But if you turn it on, that will give you the ability to pause and play the music when you take the earbuds out of your ears. Okay, then we have access to a low latency mode, or what they like to call a gaming mode. Okay, then we also have access to a high-res audio mode, or LDAC high-res audio. Okay, now keep in mind, as I said earlier, when you turn on these features, they do work beautifully, but at the cost of battery life. Okay? And then aside from that, my all-time favorite feature that I love to see is we do have a dual connect feature. So you can connect these earbuds up to more than one device and use those two devices simultaneously with these earbuds. And they do support Google Fast Pair, as well as they do support Microsoft Swift Pair. So it is extremely easy to connect them up to Microsoft tablets, PCs, and laptops, and Android devices. All right, really good stuff there. And you can see I have had these earbuds dual connected to my two daily drivers, my iPhone 11 and my Pixel 6a, and that has worked flawlessly. Okay. And then other than that, we do have an ear test and fit test. And this will just walk you through how to get the best overall fit and sound quality with the earbuds. Now, for reference, as I said in the fit and sound demo, I am using my custom earbud tips on these earbuds. That for me gave me the best overall fit and the best overall sound quality. Especially after going through all of the included earbud tips, I couldn't find the right overall fit. Okay, but it is very important. That's why I decided to bust out my custom earbud tips, and I'm very happy that they worked with these earbuds no problems. Okay, and then lastly, we do have a Find My Earbuds feature, letting you easily be able to find your earbuds. And as you guys and gals have heard from previous videos, this is now a must-have feature for me, because I did indeed lose my AirPod Pros at the gym, but the AirPod Pros have that Find My Earbud feature with tracking, location tracking for the AirPods. As well as I did lose my sound cores, okay, in my sheets, but again, because of that Find My Earbuds feature, I was easily able to find them. And oddly enough, my friend that I gave those earbuds to, she actually had that same incident where she lost her earbuds in the sheets, but sadly she could not save them. She actually wasn't able to find them, and then she went to wash the sheets, and her previous earbuds didn't make it. But hopefully she does not have that issue with the earbuds that I gave her. But they are waterproof, so they might survive the washing machine. Look here. Boss, don't lose these earbuds in the washing machine. They might be waterproof, but don't do it. Okay? But that Find My Earbuds feature is a must-have, okay? Especially now that I've experienced the need to find the earbuds often. Alright, so it's really good that the CMF Buds Pro 2 have this feature. Okay? And then lastly, we can search for software updates. Okay? And you can see my earbuds are up to date. And then we have the same access to the support and user manuals, like I showed y'all earlier. Okay? Alright. So this, guys and gals, goes through the entirety of the Bluetooth earbud button controls and companion application for the CMF Buds Pro 2. Alright, now I hope you guys and gals found this portion of the video helpful, and I'm going to jump back into the full. Alright everyone, I hope y'all appreciated and found helpful that last section where we walked through the companion application and the Bluetooth earbud button controls for the CMF Buds Pro 2. Now we're going to continue on with the rest of the review. So we went over the pairing steps, we went over the companion application and Bluetooth earbud button controls. Now let's get into talking about and expanding upon the overall Bluetooth range and the overall Bluetooth strength on these earbuds. Now, as I said earlier, these particular Bluetooth earbuds are incorporating Bluetooth 5.3 technology built into them, and they do have a standard range of 10 meters or 33 feet. Now, in my testing, I actually found that their range was way better than 10 meters or 33 feet, okay? I actually was easily able to get up to 75 feet of Bluetooth connectivity with these earbuds. Now, for those of you that are new to my channel, when I test Bluetooth accessories, I basically just connect them up to one of my devices. Then I leave said device in my room / office / studio here, and then I just start walking. Now, for reference, my room here is 15 feet away from the kitchen, okay? And then 15 feet away from the kitchen is my side porch or lanai, okay? So if I walk all the way to my lanai from here, that's 30 feet, all right? And I was able to do that walk, no problems. And that's through about 4 to 6 walls, okay? Then 15 feet from my lanai is my pool deck, okay? So that's approximately 45 feet from here. And I was actually able to walk onto my pool deck without any issues, all right? And then 15 feet from my pool deck is my first driveway, the straight driveway. So that would be 75 feet away from here. And I was actually able to make it to the top of the driveway without having any connectivity issues. Now, from the top of the driveway to the bottom of the driveway is about 115 feet. And I will say I made it to just starting down the driveway before I started to have connectivity issues. So I would say I made it about 85 feet before I started to have connectivity issues. But that to me is above and beyond what was advertised. So that to me states that the overall Bluetooth range and strength is top notch on these earbuds. And again, that's through a variety of different materials and walls. Okay? So for it to be able to handle that, that means that the overall Bluetooth range and strength on these earbuds is top notch in my opinion. Okay? Top notch indeed. Let's keep it moving now. Let's go. Up next now, let's talk about the overall durability of these earbuds. And this is an important category for me because I am Mr. Super Clumsy. So you already know I dropped these earbuds. It's just how many times did I drop them and are they still functioning and looking as if brand new? And I'm very happy to report these earbuds are indeed still functioning and looking as if brand new. Now I do apologize because black does not show up well on camera, and I did notice that my S21 Plus that I'm recording the video with does have a tendency to have focusing issues when I'm recording darker subjects. So if the earbuds do look a little out of focus when I'm trying to give y'all some nice little focus shots, that is why. I do apologize for that. But in terms of the overall durability, the durability on these is top notch. Now, I tested these earbuds doing everything. I did a variety of different workouts that I do on a weekly basis. I tested them while sleeping. I tested them while doing things around the house. I even tested them recording audio for different videos. Okay? And I have to tell y'all, I did drop these earbuds often. Especially, I lost them in the gym because they slipped out of my ears while I was doing arm day. And then I was looking all around for them, and I'm like, oh, let me just open the application and use the Find My Earbuds feature, and I was able to find them no problem. Picked them up, they still looked and performed as if brand new. So the overall durability on these earbuds, in my experience, in my opinion, is top notch. But I do wish, as I said earlier, they had a little bit better design and form factor so they didn't fall out as much and I didn't have to readjust them as much. But in terms of the durability, I have to say the durability on these is top notch, but you do want to be extremely careful, okay? All it does take is one good drop and then you could potentially break the earbuds. But if you're more clumsy, like myself, and more apt to drop things, these earbuds should survive. And I dropped them on a variety of different surfaces. Wood, tile, even the gym surface in my gym is like a matte surface material. No issues in terms of the durability. Just be careful, please. But the overall durability on these is top notch. Okay? Let's keep it moving now. Let's dive into some more important categories. Okay? Up next now, let's talk about the overall charge times and the overall battery life that I was able to get with these earbuds. Now, before I dive into and talk about my particular results and the way that I tested these earbuds, let's go ahead and talk about the manufacturer's estimates. And I gotta give CMF kudos again because they provided all the information that you would need to know about these earbuds on their website and in their included physical user manual as well as digital user manuals and in the companion application. So regardless of how you want to find the information, they provided it without issue. And I'm very happy to report that because I'm getting extremely tired of having to scour the internet to find information on the products that I'm covering and bringing to you guys. So when a company provides all that information up front, I am a happy man. Okay, but let's talk about the manufacturer estimates and then let's talk about my overall experiences and my results in terms of the battery life and the overall charge times on these earbuds. Let's go. So talking about the manufacturer's estimates first, and I'll throw up a copy of this in post so you guys and gals can read for yourself. But CMF is claiming that these earbuds should last you anywhere between 6.5 and 11 hours on a single charge, depending on the mode and the volume levels that you use them at. And then they're also claiming that the included charging case should get you an additional 22 to 43 hours. So with the charging case, you should have a combined total of usage between 22 and 42 hours on a single charge, meaning that the charging case should provide you anywhere between 2 to 4 additional charges. Okay? And in particular, they're stating that if you use the Ultra Bass or NFC features, or as well as the transparency mode features, then you're going to get upwards of 6.5 hours. But with all of those modes or features turned off, then you're going to get upwards of 11 hours. Okay? Really good stuff there in my opinion. Alright, so that's the manufacturer's estimates in terms of battery life. Now, talking about the manufacturer's estimates in terms of charge times, again, it was really, really nice not to have to hunt down this information, but they are claiming that the earbuds should take an hour to reach a full charge, and then the charging case with the built-in USB Type-C port is going to take an hour and 10 minutes to reach a full charge. So the buds, 60 minutes, the charging case, 70 minutes. Good stuff there in my opinion. Good stuff there indeed. So that's what the manufacturer's estimates are from CMF by Nothing. Now, diving into my particular results and my particular usage and what I got, and one thing that I want to preface is that these are just my particular results with my heavy usage style. Your guys and gals results may vary because we all use our products and devices differently. So y'all take these results with a grain of salt because your usage patterns and usage style may be different. Okay? And then also, I tested these earbuds at 35% volume and 50% volume respectively. And I did the bulk of my testing with all of the additional modes turned off. Okay? And when we talk about battery life, I was getting anywhere between 7 hours on the low end. That was a particularly heavy day. And all the way upwards of just over 12 hours on the high end, depending on what I was doing. But talking about averages, I averaged between 13 and just over 14 hours on a single charge in stereo mode. Okay? I'll throw up my particular results so y'all can see my exact results for yourself. Okay? But that was stereo mode. And basically, that just doubled in independent mode, right? So, that means that in independent mode, I was averaging between, okay, about 8 to about 12 hours. And then if you include the additional charges with the case, in stereo mode, that means I was averaging between 39 in 43 hours on a single charge, if not just over. And then in independent mode, including the case, that means I was averaging between 28 and just over 28 hours, including the case. All right, and that to me is exactly as advertised, if not a little bit better than advertised, than what CMF was claiming. So that to me states that the overall battery life of these earbuds was phenomenal, top notch. Okay, I honestly, if it was a lighter or a moderate day, I could not kill these earbuds in a day. But heavier days, taking a lot of phone calls, taking a lot of emails, dictating a lot of text messages, all that good stuff, then I could kill them in a day. But it all depends on how you use them. But with that being said, the overall battery life of these earbuds, in my opinion, is phenomenal, top notch. Okay, now jumping over to the charge times, right? For me, the earbuds themselves took on average just under an hour to reach a full charge. I believe it came out to about like 55 minutes or 50 minutes. I'll throw up my exact stats in post for y'all to read for yourself. But the earbuds to me took just under an hour to reach a full charge. Okay, and then the charging case to me on average took just over an hour to reach a full charge. I think it was like an hour and 5 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. So that was exactly as advertised. Keep in mind, guys and gals, that is charging from dead to full. All right? If I charged at any point from the low battery states on either the case or the earbuds, then it was charging up in just about an hour, if not well under an hour. I think the fastest charge I got for the case was about 45 minutes, and the fastest charge I got for the buds from a low battery state was about 30 minutes. Okay? So I want y'all to keep in mind, from dead to full, I averaged just under an hour with the buds and just over an hour with the case. And just so everyone knows, when you're charging up the case, you'll get a nice red LED, and then when the case is fully charged, you'll get a white LED like this here. And the same rules apply for the earbuds themselves. So when you're charging up the earbuds, let me seat that in there properly. Okay. You close it, and then you open it, and you'll get a red LED indicating that the earbuds are charging. Then you close it, and you open it again, and if the earbuds are fully charged, you'll see a white LED like what you see here. Okay, so that's how you can indicate the battery levels for the case and the earbuds. All right, so basically, white LED means fully charged, red LED means still charging. Okay, now, with that being said, that goes over the battery life and that goes over the charge times with the CMF Buds Pro 2. And like I said, the overall battery life and charge times of the buds and the case is top notch in my overall opinion. This is something that I talk about all the time, okay? The buds and the case should charge up at the same time. So if the buds charge up in an hour, the case should charge up in an hour. Okay, so I'm very happy to report that these basically charge up at about the same time. Really happy to see that, CMF. Really happy to see that indeed. But that goes over the charge times and that goes over the battery life for these earbuds right here. Now let's get into talking about some of the positives and some of the negatives of these earbuds. And then we're going to wrap up this video. We're going to talk about my overall final thoughts, the overall pricing and availability, how much I pay for them, and whether or not I can recommend that you guys and gals pick them up. So if you watch no other parts of this full review, as long as you watch these next two categories, you should get a really good overall general idea as to how I feel about these earbuds right here. Okay? And as I always do, disclaimer, I am not perfect and I never claim to be. So if you pick up these earbuds and you experience a positive that I did not mention, and or you experience a negative that I did not mention, please leave that feedback down below in the comments. Only through providing our feedback can we get overall improvements on the overall products that we spend our hard-earned money on. And keep in mind that we all use our devices and products differently, so you might experience a negative or a positive that I did not. Okay? Okay. And I'll throw up a full list of all my positives and all of my negatives in post, so please feel free to pause the video to read up on whatever list you are interested in. Okay? Disclaimer done. Let's dive into this. So talking about the positives of these earbuds, overall I have to say the overall build quality and design is really good. Okay? But I'm also going to put the design in the negative category as well, and I'm going to explain why. But overall, the build quality and design on these earbuds is really good. Overall, these earbuds incorporate an extremely solid core feature set. Basically, every core feature that I want to see on a pair of earbuds is in here. Alright, so it has a really solid core feature set in my opinion. The overall sound quality, volume, and bass of these earbuds is top notch. The overall Bluetooth range and strength of these earbuds is top notch. The overall durability of these earbuds is top notch. The overall microphone performance of these earbuds is top notch. The overall battery life and charge times of these earbuds is top notch. And these earbuds are available at a really great price. The price is something we're going to talk about in a little bit here. Okay? So that summarizes all my positives. Okay? Now let's get into talking about the negatives that I experienced. And honestly, there's only about 2, and then we have my usual gripes. So negative number 1, I am not a fan of these integrated touch controls. I do really prefer physical clicky buttons. Now, a great workaround for that was the included smart dial, which is a physical clicky button, and you can control every aspect of the earbuds with the included smart dial. But I really would have liked to have seen physical clicky buttons integrated into the earbuds themselves. Okay? So that was negative number 1. Negative number 2, the overall comfort level of these earbuds do need to be improved in my overall opinion. Even with my custom earbud tips on them, I still did find the need to constantly be adjusting them. They did fall out on a regular basis. So the overall comfort level and design of the earbuds do need to be improved in my overall opinion. This would have been a much better design earbud if it integrated ear hooks or ear wings, similar to what JLabs does on their earbuds, their wireless earbuds, or similar to what Samsung does or Apple does on some of their newer, more expensive earbuds. CMF, for the next iteration of these earbuds, please incorporate a dedicated ear hook that goes around the outer part of my earbuds, the outer part of my ears, or please incorporate a dedicated wing that goes in the inner part of my ears and gives me a nice little hook area for my ear canal to hook on. So this way, I don't have to adjust the earbuds as much, and I get a really nice overall comfortable fit without having to constantly worry about them popping out. And one thing that I found is those particular earbud styles are my favorite, but those particular earbud styles are consumers' favorites as well. A lot of the earbuds that I give away or sell, a lot of my friends and family always ask me, what new ear hook earbuds do you have? What new earwing earbuds do you have? And when I tell them, they kind of get disappointed when I don't have those. So not only is that my favorite style of earbuds, but that's also regular people's style of earbuds as well. Because this way you get that reassurance that you're going to get a nice solid fit, and it's not going to fall out when you're doing regular activities or even strenuous activities. So CMF, the overall design on these does need to be changed and improved, and the overall comfort level on these does need to be changed and improved. And even with my custom earbud tips, I was very, very sad to see that I couldn't get a solid fit. Now I will be investing in memory foam earbud tips, so we'll see how that goes. But those are my first two major negatives. Alright, then other than that, my usual gripes are here. There's no wireless charging built into the charging case, so you will have to use the USB Type-C port on the case. Side note, very happy to see USB Type-C. Say it with me, y'all. Let me get my cables out. Say it with me, y'all know what I'm about to say. One cable to rule them all. USB Type-C, all the things. So I'm very happy to see that. But I am a little bit saddened to see no wireless charging. I would have really liked to have seen wireless charging built into the charging case for these earbuds. Also, and y'all know what I'm going to say. If you're a return viewer, y'all know what I'm going to say. No built-in percentage readout display. That's another feature that I absolutely love, and I would have loved to have seen that incorporated into the charging case as well. A nice little display. This way you can see the battery percentage for the case, and you can see the battery percentage for the individual earbuds. This way I don't have to worry about remembering what different LEDs mean. Okay, white means fully charged, red means charging. If I had a percentage readout display, I could just pick up the case. Oh, 100%, the earbuds are fully charged. Oh, pick up the case, 100%. Oh, the case is fully charged. It takes all of the guesswork and anxiety out of the whole process. So I really would have loved to have seen a built-in percentage readout display built into the charging case. Okay? But that, guys and gals, goes over all the negatives that I experienced with these earbuds, and that goes over all the positives that I've experienced with these earbuds. And in my opinion, the positives of these earbuds vastly outweigh the negatives. Okay? Now let's get into the final part of this review. Let's talk pricing. Let's talk overall availability. Let me get into sharing my final thoughts and make an overall recommendation. Now, in terms of the pricing, I was actually able to pick up these earbuds, okay, for a grand total of, after taxes and gift cards and rewards points, of $23.21. And thank you guys and gals so much, because it's only through the fact that you guys are using those affiliate links that I was actually able to get these earbuds for that price. Okay, it's only through you guys and gals that this video was made possible at the end of the day. But that is the price that I paid for these earbuds after gift cards and after rewards points. So I paid $23.21. Okay, I'll have a screenshot of my digital receipt thrown up in post, because I'm all about keeping it straight 100 around here and showing my work as best I can. But that's what I paid for these earbuds. Now, let's go into my order and check the live listing. So let me get on Amazon here. Let me go into my orders, go to the CMF Buds Pro 2, and let's click on it and let's check the live listing. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So these particular earbuds are available in 3 different colors. So this particular color that you guys and gals are seeing in the video here today is the dark gray. Now, they also come in a light gray as well as an orange. Now, if I'm being completely honest, looking at the colors and some videos that I checked out, this dark gray looks black to me, but they're calling it dark gray. I even saw some videos on the light gray, which honestly look white to me, but they're calling it light gray. And that orange is super orange. I actually like that orange. That's a nice orange color. And then also, I think this was an international color, but they were also available in a nice dark ocean blue. I'm very sad to see that the ocean blue was not available here in the States. You guys and gals know red, black, blue, and white, and my heritage colors, black, gold, and green, are my favorite colors. So I would have really liked to have seen the blue available in the States. I probably would have picked up the blue if it was, but black or dark gray, as they say, goes with anything. And you can see this combination with my iPhone looks really, really nice. I Can't be mad at that. And even this combination with my Pixel, even though I wish the magnetic ring on the Pixel was black, does go really, really nice with my Pixel as well. But those are the colors. And talking about the current pricing, these earbuds are available for $59 flat before taxes. Now, calculating in the taxes, at least for me, it was about $4 and change in taxes. Now, your taxes may vary depending on your region and location, but at $59 for whatever color you would like, I do feel as though that is a really good price. So that goes over the current pricing, and that goes over the overall availability. So with that being said, can I recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds if you're in the market for earbuds today? And am I going to be keeping these earbuds after this video? Well, first things first, yes. I can recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these CMF Buds Pro 2 if you're in the market for new earbuds. Honestly, at this price, I don't know how CMF packed in all of the things that they did. This is right on par with the Anchor earbuds that I just got done taking a look at. And honestly, at this price, it makes it really hard to justify spending more than $60 or upwards of $80 for high performance, good battery life, feature packed earbuds. Okay? So when I pick up earbuds like this or the Anchors, then it's really hard for me to justify spending $100 on some Apple earbuds, whether it be the Buds Pro 2 or the Pro Fit. It's really hard to justify that $80 to $100 plus price point for those Apple earbuds when you can get earbuds like this that deliver better life and similar, if not better, features for a fraction of the price. Okay? That also makes it hard to justify similarly priced earbuds like Bowers & Wilkins or Samsung's, okay, or Pixel Buds, when you can get the same, if not better, buds and performance with similar features, again, for a fraction of the price. So it's only when I come across earbuds like these where it gets really hard for me to spend premium money and get worse features and battery life. So, with that being said, yes, I can indeed recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds if you're in the market for earbuds. And yes, I will be keeping these earbuds for the long haul because it is very important that you keep a good pair of Bluetooth earbuds with all the features, as well as, at least for what I do, it's very important that you keep a really good pair of Bluetooth headphones with all the really good features. Y'all are going to see videos on this soon, okay? Haven't quite rolled out the videos on this yet, but you guys and gals are going to see videos on these earbuds soon, on these headphones soon. But yes, I will be keeping these earbuds, and yes, I can recommend that you guys and gals go out there and pick up these earbuds, okay? All right, everyone. So that does it for this full review here today. As I said earlier, or as I always say, I hope everyone enjoyed this video or I hope everyone found it helpful. If you did indeed enjoy the video or you found it helpful, please help your boy out by giving the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. As always, if you guys and gals would like to see more videos like this, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you guys and gals get notified when new videos go live on the channel. Also, feel free to follow me across all the social media platforms. I'll link up all my social media contacts down below in the video description. This way you're guaranteed to get notified when new videos go live on the channel, because I do try to publish all my videos across all the social media platforms, okay? That being said, if you guys and gals found this video helpful and it piqued your interest, and you guys and gals would like to know where you can pick up these earbuds right here at some really great prices, or any or all products featured in the video here today, I'll link up all the featured products in the video, whether it be earbuds, headphones, watches, or otherwise, down below in the video description. Down below in the video description will contain affiliate links, meaning that if you guys and gals make your purchase using those affiliate links, I do get a small commission that I do put back into the channel, and that's at no additional cost to you guys and gals. So I consider those affiliate links a win-win for everyone in my opinion. And also, if you would like to see any more of my coverage on the CMF products that I've been able to get my hands on, I'll link up all of my extended CMF coverage from Nothing down below in the video description as well. So down below in the video description will truly be like a one-stop shop for you guys and gals, and you should be good to go. Okay? Recording this video here today, I am using the rear-facing primary camera on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. Today's video is being recorded in 1080p at 30 FPS with no external microphone hooked up. But the other portion of this video was recorded with the rear and the front-facing cameras on the Google Pixel 6a, also recorded in 1080p with no external microphone hooked up. So please let me know how you feel the overall video quality and audio quality was for the Pixel 6a, as well as please let me know how you feel the video and audio quality is for the Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus. Okay? All your feedback, as always, is greatly appreciated, and please remember to keep your feedback and opinions respectful, please. Okay? That being said, I am also using my professional studio lights, so please let me know what you think of the overall lighting as well. All your feedback is greatly appreciated. Alright everyone, I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you guys and gals are staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. We are out of here. Peace. Also, don't forget, because this video is over 35 minutes, it will be fully time-stamped, so please feel free to check out the timestamps in the video description if you would like to jump around to different parts of the video to learn more. Maybe you don't have the time to watch the whole video in one sitting, but you want to know about a particular area. Check out those timestamps. I put that in for your convenience. Or you can just make the time and sit down and watch the whole video all the way through. Either way, I appreciate it either way. But there will be video timestamps located down below in the video description for your convenience. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm talking too much. Have a good one, everyone. I'll catch you guys and gals on the next one. And we are out of here. Peace, everyone.